Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another plan with me and look at this kit. I am planning week commencing the 17th of March, which was St. Patrick's Day week, and I am using the Pot of Gold kit from Josephine Bow Designs. I do PR for Josephine Bow, so the details are in the description. Joanne always absolutely smashes St. Patrick's Day, and this kit is no different. It's actually also the theme in my reading journal for May, so definitely head over to my Instagram to check that out if you haven't already. Yeah, it just is so pretty, and the foil is of course perfection. So I do have the standard vertical kit as always, and I do also have the mixed boxes. Again, I have made an error and only bought one sheet of these, so I have actually pulled some random pink Plannerface boxes from a leftover kit that matches the pink in the kit, just because I did this last time, I don't know why. And then I have got the absolutely stunning underlays. They are part of the collection. They're called Ditzy Deco, and they are in, I believe, like the emerald foil, which is like a deep kind of a deep but bright green, if that makes sense. Like not lime green, it's bright as in it's like, you know, a really good green. It's not like a really deep green, but it's deep as in it's dark. I know what I mean, even though I'm making no sense, but when they literally look at that, when the ring light actually catches this foil, it's incredible. I have, of course, pulled my stickers. My scripts, obviously, are from Plannerface. I do PR for Plannerface. Again, details are in the description. Not valid on customs or any specialty items, but the font I'm using is Wild Charm, and this is in size 44. So yeah, let's get started. I've already kind of done my whiteout. I really love that there is a full box with a quote, because I feel like I just have to use that in the sidebar. But how is everybody? I hope you are all well. I'm feeling a little bit out of practice on Plan With Me's, just because I kind of had a break from Plan With Me's so that I could film a journaling spread. And that actually took me a really long time. That video is already up. It should actually be, I think, the last video. I think, yeah, I don't think anything else is going to go up between. That video goes live tomorrow from when I'm filming this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. So yeah, that whole parish journaling kind of took me a really long time, and basically I think I just burnt myself out from like Plannerland, and I've had my birthday since then as well. So yeah, I've just kind of back into it today. So expect the usual, which is wonky box placements. We did kind of just have one on the sidebar. And I will probably mess up somewhere with my underlays. So maybe just brace yourself for that. So let's put down the bottom washi. I have, though, already put date dots on this kit, which I'm very impressed with myself for, because I'm rarely that organised. But I don't remember doing it. So I must have done it when I pulled the stickers, which, you know, granted was a while ago, I think. I tend to pull my stickers as soon as I get my scripts, because that way I'm kind of like ready to rock and roll with filming the Plan With Me, like as soon as I get time to film, because I can pull stickers like at any time, but I need quiet in the house in order to film. So I don't have as much time to film as I do to pull stickers, basically. So yeah. But yeah, very much looking forward to getting this kit down. I'm going to try and film maybe 2 Plan With Me's this evening, just so I can kind of get a little bit ahead of time. I've got another busy weekend, because the weekend from when I am filming this is Theodora's birthday. So she's got parties, she's got dinner with family, she's got dinner with friends. The girl's got more of a social life than me, without question. So, yeah, anyway. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm not going to use underlays in the sidebar, just because I want to make sure I've got enough for the rest of the spread, which I should do, but sometimes it does go horribly wrong. This is what I'm looking for. So was I putting anything in the sidebar? I'm going to say no. Oh yes, this is going in the sidebar. So this was the week that tickets for the Great Planner Getaway went on sale, which is just crazy exciting. We have sold over half of our tickets, which is like craziness, considering the event is like 10 months away. And the day that we launched the tickets was the 21st, and that was exactly a year to the event. So if you are interested in coming to the event, definitely go and get your ticket before it sells out. Which, yeah, we just can't really believe it's like we've sold that many tickets so quick. We just really didn't think we would. So we are so happy. We have got so much planned, honestly, like, yeah. So I just marked with a rainbow emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. that this was the week that tickets for the Great Planner Getaway went on sale. Then I used one of these party emoji heads from the Coffee Monsters Co. again, just to mark that it was so exciting. I have realised I've forgotten to put my header in, so I'm just gonna lift these up. I thought it looked a bit strange. So I'm just gonna put down, I think I'm gonna go for an orange header. I almost did pink then, but I've got pink stickers, so I don't really want to use pink. And then this one. I'm going to use a yellow one, I think, under that. And then I think I'm just going to wait to see how it goes with the bougie boxes so that I can decide if I'm going to layer. I've basically pulled this really cute like emoji with a planner seal from the Coffee Monsters Co. So I'm just gonna see if I've got enough headers to kind of leave under there. You should have enough headers because you're supposed to use 2 per column and you get 8 columns worth, but because I don't use the traditional layout, sometimes it can mean that I don't have enough. So I'm gonna wait and go back to that at the end. But oh my goodness, I am obsessed. I cannot get over how amazing that looks. This is so amazing. Okay, so on to Monday. So first things first, I needed to mark that it was St. Patrick's Day. Very important. Don't actually know what box to use. I think I'm going to use one of these yellow ones. So I have got an emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. I always get so sad sticking stickers over the overlays, but I forget that it looks better like when they peek out from between the boxes. Then I was really tired and basically just wasn't feeling very well on this day. So I wanted to mark that I was really tired with a Moon and Stars sticker from Plannerface. That's wonky. So there we go with the wonky box. Only a bit wonky to be fair. There we go. And then I also wanted to mark that I didn't feel very well. Can't actually remember what was wrong with me. I think I just woke up feeling off. You know, you just have one of those off days, and I don't think I slept very well if I remember rightly. I mean, this was a long time ago. But I marked that with a squidge from Stick with the Planco. Then clearly this day was just not a good day because I wanted to mark that I was feeling really fed up, but I did do some reading. So I'm going to mark that with a Kindle from Planner Bow Stickers. And then I think I'm going to put down my full box, and I'm going to go for this like flowers and, oh, I need to do my, right, okay. This might change where I put this full box because I'm going to try and maximise these. It would be much better if I just used the traditional layout because then I know I would definitely have enough. But because I don't, it means that I tend to need more than 2. Can you see like there's a gap basically? So yeah, let's just put that there a minute. I did try doing it once and it just didn't work for me. Okay, so what else do we want to put on here? So I wanted to mark that I was feeling fed up, and I'm using an emoji head from the Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that. I am just going to, already got my scissors out. I was going to say I'm just going to cut this down. Benefits of transparent matte. There we go. Then I needed to voice note Karina. So basically Karina, who is Karina Plans, and I do what's called Casual Voice Note Monday. So every Monday we sing to each other on voice note. And it's only like, I've probably mentioned this in Plan With Me's before, but it's only like 1 or 2 lines from a song. Like it's not like full on singing. It is full on singing, but it's not like a whole song, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, it's very fun, but it usually results in long-term voice noting. And now, to be honest, we kind of just voice note every day. So yeah. And then I marked that with a floral vanilla from Papershire. And then I wanted to mark that I had a really early night, and I marked that with a moon and stars from Plannerface. I feel like this day was just a write-off, and sometimes I feel like I have to embrace that. I'm very much like the kind of person that would try and like recover a day. So like if I'd had like a really bad day, I would try and be like, no, we can make this day better. And now I've just resigned to the fact that sometimes you have to write the day off, and that actually that's okay. So this was one of those write the day off, considering most of what I marked on that day was me whinging about feeling rubbish. So going on to Tuesday, still wasn't feeling very well, which is not ideal. I think it was like a couple of days I wasn't feeling well, so kind of wasn't a 24-hour thing, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just marking that with another squidge, the same as yesterday, from Stick With The Plan Co. I really do love squidge. And then on this day I had meetings. It always happens like on the days when I'm feeling rubbish or could just do with like an early finish at work. I always have loads of meetings. It's absolute typical look. So I just marked that with a notepad sticker from Plannerface. Absolutely love these for marking meetings, especially because at my old job I was very much a fan of OneNote. So I would use OneNote like quite frequently. And at my new work, I actually have converted back to a Papershire journal for like my notes for work. So I've gone back to like paper and pen. So I actually love those in that sense as well. Then, oh no, I'm losing stickers. Sorry. Don't know where that's come from. I'm going to say that. So yeah, just wanted to mark that I worked late. Then I had a cooking night, so I will basically have been doing meal prep in this time. I'm going to put down my other underlay. So I'm pretty sure I was on my diet by this point. Was I on my diet? No, I hadn't started my diet by this point, but I clearly was just cooking them. I was going to say, I did start a diet like around this time, so I thought it might have been that, but I definitely marked that in my planner, so it can't have been that. But yeah, I had a cooking night, and I'm marking that with a knife and fork sticker from Paper K. Then on this evening, I had to do some TPD work. So this would have been kind of like all of website prep, I imagine, mostly. Because obviously the tickets will have been going live that weekend. So we'll have needed to do some prep. So I'm marking that just with a bow sticker from Plannerface. I actually really struggle to find stickers to mark like very generic things in my planner. Like not generic, sorry, that's the opposite of what I mean. Very unique things in my planner. So I tend to use like a floral or a deco bow or something like that. Then I listened to some music and I marked that with my music note stickers from Planner Bow Stickers. And then finally, my friend and her little boy came for dinner, which is a kind of Tuesday tradition. So I marked that with a floral vanilla from Papershire. Then moving on to Wednesday, I'm going to start by putting down my full box at the bottom. I've decided to top and tail my full boxes this week. So I woke up quite early on this day. I've recently just been like waking up at random times in the morning. So I think it was yesterday. I woke up at like 5 a.m. very randomly. Which I haven't woke up at 5 a.m. in like a really long time, or not, unless it's like been on purpose. So yeah, it's just very random. But I had an early wake and I marked that with a vanilla from Papershire. Then it was very sunny, which I wanted to mark. We have actually had great weather in the UK recently. I've just got a bad feeling though that this is literally going to be our summer. Which is not ideal. But I marked that with a sun sticker from Plannerface. Then, I had a 3-hour meeting. It's just cruel, that. I mean, sometimes I think to myself, what can they possibly have to say? Do you know what I mean? What could be, like, that thingy that you've got to talk about it for 3 hours? Anyway, yeah, 3-hour meeting, not fun. So I just used this, like, emoji drowning in paperwork. It was a virtual meeting, but still, that actually sometimes makes it worse. So we did that, and then I had to go and collect some parcels. I can't remember actually what the parcels were for. They must have been Vinted parcels. That's usually the case. I've got a bit of an addiction to Vinted. Vinted, for anybody who doesn't know, is like a second-hand selling site in the UK. And just, it's so good for clothes and books. Like, so good. Actually sold loads of things on there as well. So I just marked that with an envelope sticker, which is from Plannerface. Then, I decided to go on a walk after work. So I was like, I definitely need to get out of the house. Like, really bad. So it was nice weather and I was like, fine, I'm gonna go on a walk. I can't get this overlay off, this underlay off. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of the house. So I was like, I know what I'll do. I'll go and get my team's Easter eggs. So I wanted to get my team at work Easter eggs, just like to say thank you for their hard work. So I was like, I'll go get those. Didn't really like note to myself that that's actually like 15 Easter eggs. So I then had to carry 15 Easter eggs home. Oh yeah, not really ideal if I'm honest. They were like the mini ones, but it's still not very good. I was so hot by the time I got home. So I'm just marking that with like this Easter egg sticker from Plannerface, which was actually from last year's Easter egg hunt sticker sheet, I think. So that was that. Then I came home and had a bath. Probably because I was so hot, I'll probably have a cool bath. And I'm marking that with a bath sticker from Plannerface. Then I think, like, because I'd had kind of a couple of bad days, I was like, I know what'll fix this situation. Let's watch the Eras Tour movie. So I did. I watched the Eras Tour movie. I probably won't have watched the whole thing, I don't think, because I marked that I had an early night after that. So, yeah, but I marked that with like a popcorn sticker, which is from Plannerface. And then finally, I had an early night, and again I am marking that with a moon and stars from Plannerface. So I think I'm definitely safe to fill this gap, given that I've got 8 left. So I'm just going to, I'm going to need more than one though. Right, let's put one down and then let's see. I think it'll be fine, but we'll just do this first to be safe. So we're going for a full box at the top, and I'm going to go for this one with the giant 4-leaf clover on. On to Thursday. So, wow, this was a very, very busy second half of the week. This page looks really busy. Yeah, on to Thursday. So Thursday was the first day of spring, which is very nice. So I did want to mark that, and for that I have got this really cute Dot the Bear sticker. Oh my god, it's adorable. Look at this. It's Dot the Bear with like a floral headband. How cute is that? So yeah, I used that to mark Hello Spring. Then had no motivation. Not really surprised given the week that I'd had. But I'm marking that with like a sad kind of down emoji head from the Coffee Monsters Co. Oh, then we created Club Nenu. That sounds very ridiculous actually when you say it out loud, but it's very, 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 very technical. But basically we had to rename our group chat. So our group chat was called TS24, which is basically from when we went to see Taylor Swift. But we were like, we really need to rename the group chat. And we decided to go for, basically we said we were going to do, it was like the equinox or something. And we said it was like new equinox, new us. Anyway, we were like, oh, we're Club Nenu. And yeah, it became a thing. Don't know how. So that was, we renamed the group chat to be Club Nenu. So I marked that with a squidge with a flower from Stick with the Planco. Then, oh, I had to go to the dentist. So this would have been, I think, yeah, when I started my teeth whitening. So basically, I had this whole situation. I think I've talked about it in another plan with me, but very briefly, to cut a long story short, I had a situation where I couldn't get my teeth whitened. And it's been really, really bothering me for a really long time. Anyway, I finally got into a position where I could get my teeth whitened, and I went to the dentist this day basically to go and pick up all my kit, my moulds and my bleach and that kind of stuff. Honestly, I am so happy with my teeth. Like, I have never loved my smile so much. I am honestly just so happy that I've been able to do this. Honestly made my year. So, have I lost a sticker? Or just forgotten to pull one? Because I've also wanted to mark that I went shopping, but I don't have a sticker for that. So, weirdly, I don't have enough room anyway. So, I think probably what I'm going to do is mark that I did some reading, which I'm going to mark with a Kindle from Planner Bow Stickers. And then I'm going to mark that I had cuddles with Thea. I don't really have room to mark that I did some shopping anyway, and I didn't pull a sticker, so that's clearly just meant to be. I'm marking cuddles with Thea with this really cute squidge from Stick with the Planco. Why do I just have a feeling that this spread is going to be incredible when I open it up into a double page? I'm not terribly sure I'm going to be able to cope with it. It just looks so good. Oh, the foil. Think about the wiggle. So, going on to Friday. Friday was Great Planner Getaway ticket day. So exciting. So exciting. Oh, just made my day. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with that at the top. So normally I try to go like in as much chronological order as possible when I plan. So basically, when I write my planning notes, so I have a planning notes tab from Plannerface, and when I write my notes, I write as the day went. So I have it on my desk all the time, and obviously I primarily work from home, I work in the office 2 days a month. So I always have it next to me on my desk. I've actually got this week's here. So yeah, always have it next to me. I'm a little bit behind though, today's Wednesday. So I write in order. So when I make my scripts, I make my scripts in order. And when I stick them on here to pull my stickers, I stick them in order. So it tends to be my day, like in order. But this is very significant. So I do want to mark it at the top of the day with an emoji head that says tickets on sale. because it was just a very exciting day for me and Anna. And like I said before, tickets are on sale, but they are selling. We would love to see you there, so please do come. It is in the UK, but we do have people travelling from outside the UK, so don't let that put you off. If you're not in the UK and you are able to travel, please do. We would love to have you. So yeah, very exciting. So I did a bit of TPD work. It was like website stuff, and yeah, very fun. Marked that with a bow sticker from Plannerface. Then I'm kind of just going to do the rest of my day like in normal order, I think. So I had a quiet day this day. I started calling them quiet days, but they're not quiet days. They're basically my admin days. So in my actual day job, I have like a full team of people that I have to manage, and that comes obviously with a lot of admin. But they're like days that I block out, so I try not to like get in meetings and stuff, and I've started calling them quiet days. They're not quiet in the sense of that I don't do any work. I absolutely do. That I just call them quiet days because I like the principle of thinking that they're days that I don't go to meetings and stuff, so that I can basically do management admin, which is really, really timely. It takes me so much time because I have a big team. So yeah, I'll mark them in my planner as quiet days, but that doesn't mean I'm quiet. It just means that it's like my quiet, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if it makes any sense, but to me, it's like my quiet time is just for me to do what I need to do and not be disturbed, because obviously with having a big team, that comes with queries and stuff. So yeah. So I did some reading and I marked that with a Kindle sticker from Planner Bow Stickers. Then I had to do some TPD admin. I basically was transferring all of the ticket sales, the attendee names, all of that. I was dealing with queries. When the tickets went on sale, basically it just meant that it just went crazy, and I was on the phone with Anna and we were trying to sort things out and answer questions and, you know, just be visible because people wanted to buy tickets and had questions, which was fine. So yeah, we were just trying to be visible. So I was doing a lot of admin, replying to emails. That's primarily like mostly my thing that I do. So me and Anna have an amazing setup for TPD. We really share the workload. It's amazing. Anna does so much, and like Anna runs Plannerface alongside, and obviously I have a full-time job, so yeah, but we really split the workload so well. And we kind of have jobs, like our own jobs. So yeah, basically emails are one of my jobs is what I'm trying to say. Anna does a lot of our social media work, so she does all our graphics, all our social media posts. So if ever, you know, you see things in the groups or on Instagram, that's all Anna. Anna does all of that. I do a lot of the budget work, the money side of things. I mean, I am an accountant, but Anna does have a degree in finance. But yeah, Anna doesn't really like it, so I tend to take on that element of things. So yeah, we split it so well. It just works so well. So yeah, I was doing all of that. Had to mark that with another bow sticker from Plannerface. Then I had a call with my friend Elizabeth, which is quite common. Tend to have calls a lot with Elizabeth. We don't live very near each other, so we tend to speak on the phone. And then after that, I was just like, oh, I need an early night. I say that an early night for me is like 10:30, 11, which doesn't really feel early. But if I say like at the beginning of the week that I'm having like a super early night, then that for me is like 9. Like if I'm going to bed at like 8:30, 9, that is a super early night for me. Like not just an early one. So yeah. And I marked that with Moon and Stars from Plannerface. These are my favourite stickers ever. Then on to Saturday. So lots going on this weekend. First things first, I did wake up early. Not entirely sure how much I'm going to be able to mark on this day, but we shall see. So I marked waking up early with a floral vanilla from Papershire. Please don't stick. Thank you. Then I watched Quali. So this was a Quali day. Where was the Grand Prix? Oh, China. yeah, so I marked that with my fave race car stickers from Plannerface. Then time really ran away with me on this day. So basically I was supposed to be going out, well, I was going out for lunch with my friend, and I was like, oh, quali's finished, and it was an early morning quali as well. I think it was like quite early in the morning. I was like, oh, got up for quali, I'll do some reading, wash my hair. I was like on the minute, and then the second I like brushed through my hair after drying it and straightening it, she appeared at the door. I just did not have time to do everything everything I said I was gonna do. So yeah, just ended up in a crazy rush. But I did do some reading, and then I did wash my hair, and then after that we went out for lunch, which was so nice. We did a bit of shopping and it just felt very relaxing. So I marked washing my hair with this cute like character sticker from Teddy Plans Co. A bit devastated actually, because Teddy Plans Co is shut at the minute and I want some more custom stickers. I'm really hoping they open soon. It does say a couple of months. So I went out for lunch with Tony and Marshall, and I'm just marking that with like this cluster of florals from Papershire, and I've just put shopping and lunch with Tony and Marshy. Then the other things I had to mark was that I did get some new Formula One Lego. So this was the start, this was the first day. So basically I really wanted the Formula One Lego cars. I wanted to display them on my wall. So when we were out in the day, we passed a Smith's toy store, which is like quite a big toy shop near where I live. And I was just like, okay, I am going to get one. Well, I'm pretty sure it was like the next day or the day after, I bought the rest. There are 10. So yeah, that's how that went. Needed them. And now they're sat like not made in my lounge because I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Then I did some relaxing, did some reading, and I marked that with a face mask sticker from Paper K. And then I had a bubble bath and I marked that with a bath sticker from Plannerface. Then finally we are on to Sunday. No, primarily on half boxes for Sunday, but I've got a lot to say, so we might double up on the half boxes. First things first, when I get this off. It's never a problem with the cutting, by the way, it's just me. I can never see where the sticker starts and ends, so I can never find where to peel, and I find myself peeling like halfway up the sticker. It's obviously not going to come off. So I'm going to start with marking that it was the Chinese Grand Prix. I think this was like just a kind of regular race. One of the races I got up for, I was fuming. I was absolutely fuming that I got out of bed for it. Honestly, I was just like, went back to bed. I think it was the week after this or the week after that. It was one of the early morning races, like before we moved into the US and Europe, and I got up at like 5 in the morning to watch it, and I honestly went back to bed. I was like, this is ridiculous. It was so boring. And that is like very, very rare to come from me, that I would say a Formula One race is boring, because I adore Formula One. It literally like compiles my life. My whole life revolves around it. I make plans around when the races are. So yeah, not ideal. Then, but this one was fine. This one, I didn't go back to bed after this one. I did some reading. And then basically I had to start like a crazy clean. I just did not want to do it, but I did have to. So I was like, right, it's no time like the present. So I sorted my clothes and did all my Vinted listings. Yeah, I did sell lots of things. It was very overdue and I wanted new clothes. So for me, it's like gives me a reason to be able to go and buy new clothes, because if I've sold old clothes then I've got money to. So yeah, did all of that. And then I did some batch cooking as well, which was fun. Actually really got into batch cooking. Since I've been to Paris, I've like fallen out of love with it, but I was doing really, really well before that. Definitely need to get back into it. But yeah, so I marked that with a knife and fork sticker from Paper K. Just cut down that script. There we go. Then what else did we have on this day? I had a brew with my neighbours. If you watch my Plan With Me's frequently, you will know that I do often have my neighbours round for tea and coffee. I'm very close with my neighbours. They are the best neighbours that like anybody on this planet could ask for. Literally, they have done so much for me, and that's not even an understatement. And then I do have 2 other things to mark, but I don't actually have enough room for both. So I'm just going to chop down this box. Basically just to mark that I did my wardrobe change. So I did also do some doom scrolling, but I'm not going to mark that. But I did my wardrobe changeover. So in March and October, I do wardrobe changeover, which basically means that I like get all my winter clothes, put them away, and get all my spring clothes and get them out. So I did that. I'm going to put down my weekend banner. I'm just going to put that there, and then I'm going to go back to my sidebar and just finish off this element. I've actually got one here. I've ended up with like almost a full box free. I knew I would, but I just didn't want to risk it. So I'm going to put down this really cute seal. I love doing this because it really gives you a good chunk of like visibility on the underlays. So I've ended up with an underlay spare, but it doesn't matter. I'd rather it be good and just have a tiny one spare. Okay, let's have a look at this. Oh, it's going to be amazing. I can just tell it's going to be amazing. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is incredible. I am in love. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. I actually love it. I love it so much. Nobody does St. Patrick's Day like Joanne. I will never find a kit that I like more than what she releases, ever. And I've done it before. I've bought other kits and just don't use them because they're not as nice. But yeah, I really hope you love this spread as much as I do. It's perfection. Absolutely love it. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, I'd love if you could give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see future videos, I'd love if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.